Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, and once again, crazed leftist, ultra-left liberalism and feminism has reared its ugly head. Where? Well, liberal Oregon, of course, where you have at the University of Oregon Psychology 466 Fat Studies. This course examines body weight, shape, and size as an area of human difference subject to privilege. That means you got too much money, and discrimination that intersects with other systems of oppression. That means everybody's oppressed, folks, if they don't agree with this instructor. Based on gender, race, class, age, sexual orientation, and ability. Employs a multidisciplinary approach spanning the behaviors, sciences, and humanities. Frames weight-based oppression as a social justice issue. Whenever you hear social justice, that's crazed ultra-left liberalism and ultra-left feminism, folks. Exploring forms of activism used to counter weightism, the new ism, ladies and germs, perpetuated throughout various societal institutions, and that's your description. There's also another course where they talk about if you're a person of color, you're discriminated against for your weight as well. So this is the latest insanity coming out of a liberal professor in Oregon, and she thinks that dieting is useless despite the millions of people who've lost a lot of weight, and that all weightism is discriminatory, again, particularly against women. And she thinks you can be any weight you want. Sorry, I'll drop the iPad. I'm holding it in one hand. Despite all the studies that prove her to be wrong, because being morbidly obese is not healthy, and she thinks it is. Now, in my case, I was not always overweight. I fell 11 or 12 years ago on an escalator inspection plate on BART, broke my kneecap, got up, went to the doctor instead of lying there and let Bart take care of it, because to this day I don't know how I fell, I just fell, and got to my doctor in San Francisco. It was $200 if I missed a visit, and I want to pay $200. And the doctor examined me, did an x-ray, and said, your kneecap's fractured. She sent me to the emergency room. The guy couldn't even find the fracture, even though Kathy and I could see it on the x-ray. And I walked around in crutches for a year, and I went from 260 pounds, and I used to walk 3 miles a day back then, to 345 pounds, because I kept favoring my left leg, which is now also damaged because I kept my weight on it, and I couldn't walk. Then I got sick with my first sinus infection, spent 2 years in bed, coughing up stuff, and gained another 30 pounds. So I've lost some weight recently, but it's getting more and more hard to put weight on my knee, because the kneecap, they did a CAT scan or whatever they did a few years ago and found out there's cartilage chips under the kneecap. They're floating around. That creates the kneecap, fills up with fluid, and the more it fills up with fluid, the less I can walk or stand or do anything. And I have to lie down, put ice on my knee. Saturday I had to do that 4 times to get anything done in here. And even when I walk, don't walk, whatever, it hurts like hell. It doesn't help that I also have the 2 crushed discs in my spine that get pressed on by the spine presses on the disc presses on the sciatic nerve, my feet go dead. Now, I gained weight also because I was sick and bored and hungry and nothing to do, and it's my fault. It's not society's fault. It's not anybody else's fault. Stress is into it. When I get stressed out, I eat. When I get bored, I eat. Unhappy, I eat. I'm trying to change my behavior. And I do not have diabetes. It does not run in my family. I've been tested numerous times. But when you see someone riding around in an electric wheelchair and they're overwhelming the seat, like you see in the picture at the start of this video, or in a restaurant where they're overwhelming the seat, or when they're 500, 600, 700 pounds and they're running around Walmart or Safeway or Target, and they're riding around their own chairs, so the weight limit of those chairs you get to use for free is 550 pounds, there's something wrong with those people. A lot of them on the bus that I see have diabetes. They've told me. And their legs are 3 and 4 and 5 times, their thighs are 3 and 4 and 5 times the size of one of my legs. I'm making an effort to lose weight. I'm not entirely succeeding. Part of that is because I don't have enough money. But to say that this is now an ism, it's weightism, is ridiculous. If you don't want to lose weight, you can't blame it on society because someone has more money than you, more power than you, and I don't know what the hell the ability is. I have seen people working for the county here and in Walnut Creek that are absolutely gigantic, and I don't know how they even walk. If I weighed that much, I'd be keeling over. I don't get it. And most of the heavy-set people I see, frankly, are women. They're not men. I did see a guy a couple years ago in the Safeway. He must have weighed 650 pounds. My late friend Glenn, when I last saw him, had to weigh between 600 and 700 pounds. I kept telling him, walk. Go out the door, get out of that chair, walk half a block every day, and then increase it every day until you go all the way around the block of your building. He used to complain about, my back hurts, and eventually he wound up being in that chair, and the last time I saw him, he was eating 2 Hungry Man dinners. That was his breakfast. He gave up, and he wouldn't listen. I knew the man for 30 years. I miss him, but in some ways he was an idiot. So if you add liberalism, you add ageism, communism, now we have weightism to go along with homophobia, xenophobia, and whatever the hell else you want to call it. This is not more crazy stuff from the loony liberal left and loony liberal feminist professors. And before I forget, I want to thank my 2 new subscribers, if I can get the email to work, which it isn't. Oh, Brandon Ushery and John Lane. Thank you for subscribing. Click on the bell button to be notified of new videos. And if you want to donate to my channel, it goes for anybody to help me buy cleaning supplies and repair my iPad. Please do. And by the way, I found a place in Indiana. I'm waiting for an answer. We've been going back and forth. The guy will fix the glass on my iPad that I'm holding in my hand for $42.95. We're trying to determine, or I'm trying to give him information. He's got to replace the black border thing too, the front cover I get to the iPad. I don't know how much that's going to cost, but he'll return it within 24 hours. So I won't have to pay $150 to fix this iPad, and found this on eBay. So I'm very gratified for that. And if he can do it, I'll be so damn happy. I would have my iPad back in a day or two, and I could go out and do videos again. I really miss doing my videos. And the reason I'm not showing my face is I'm sitting here with sweating to death, and, well, I'm not wearing any clothes. So, all right, this is the guy from Pittsburgh, George Senda. Have a great day. Stay cool and safe out there, and I hope you don't have any I hope you don't have any knee or mobility issues. Bye-bye for now. I think I got to get back in the shower again and get some iced tea in me. Oh, I found this interesting device on another channel, and I think I may buy this next month and do an unboxing video on it. It looks great. We'll see if it works. Bye-bye for now.